Is there a countdown to this? Oh no, there is no countdown. Okay. So yeah, we're live. We're live. Um, we're mostly live. Let's remove this. Um, I'll let her deal with the rest of this. Okay, we're live. Thank you for tuning in to Probably Polly. I am your host today, AJ. We got Yogi finally back in the studio with us.
Yeah.
Hopefully the ladies will be here later. Michelle says she's gonna, or excuse me, Bella says she's gonna log in sometime soon. I tried to contact Unique to see if she's gonna log in, but we'll just get started with just the fellas. Hopefully the ladies will join us because I've got a single good question. But for now, Yogi, how have you been, brother? Like it's been a minute.
My brother. Man, listen.
Uh-oh.
Life has been life, and dog.
Okay.
Life has been life, and I can say that. For one, preparing for this lifestyle change for a second time. Planning this wedding. So yeah, it's been a work in progress. Heavy on the work.
Yeah. Is it still at the same around the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beginning of the
Okay.
year. So, man,
You say
working. Go ahead.
you say end of the year?
No. The beginning of the year.
Okay, beginning of the year. Okay.
So man, just dealing with a whole nother personality and having to take somebody else's feelings and they thoughts and all that shit into I mean, excuse my language, taking all that into consideration, man. It's deep, bro. It's deep because you got to sacrifice so much of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You gotta. Well, you've been there before,
It's been a while, but yeah, I was gonna say it's been a while, but okay, okay.
but it's
For the sake of argument, yes.
at some point you can't put yourself first. You got to put somebody else's thoughts and opinions first. So I mean, it's to be honest, bro. I thought I was very mature before,
Hmm. Hmm.
but like going down this path here, it shows me that I wasn't as mature as I thought I was.
Okay, okay.
And that
Where do you feel like you need to focus on? Um, where do you feel like you need to focus on right now?
well, at this point, being able to like truly and honestly take somebody else's opinion into consideration.
Hmm.
Because we do it at work on job and things of that nature, but like to actually care about what someone has to say, that goes beyond a paycheck or I don't, let me agree with this person right now because I don't have to see him for what I'm saying, uh, the next day or days until what I'm saying until I have to see him again. Like
Yeah,
actually having to make decisions with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
yeah.
that's it's kind of deep, bro.
So just in a sense, you feel like you yes, you need to make decisions, but you haven't been making them with someone else's well-being in mind, or
Exactly.
okay.
But coming into this new lifestyle,
Okay,
man.
so selfishly, if I may interject, so you feel like you understand that you've been selfish, or you feel like
Absolutely,
you've been selfish and you understand it.
absolutely. Selfish, childish, whatever you want to call it, man. Yeah, like I said, man, when you have to put somebody else's thoughts, needs, and concerns before your own, man, it's not as hard. I mean, it's not as easy as we think it might be.
Okay. Okay. I totally get that. I totally get that because chances are you've been living a certain way for so long
Mm-hmm.
that it's just ingrained in the fabric of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But you know, it not only for me, but you know, for to use your phrase, my partner, like she it's been kind of like an eye opener for her too, because you know, her being a single parent or you know just the main custodial parent for so long,
mhm.
it's like you take on that personality of being
like
like a parent or you know what I'm saying like a
like she's used to being it, her
the
and the
head of
kids,
everything. Right,
and it's you used to being just you.
right. Me and the dog.
Mhm, mhm.
So you
Okay.
know, especially like if you've been uh, a a parent your whole adult life, you know what I'm saying? Like you used to
Mhm.
making decisions and you know what I'm saying, just pretty much leading the ship. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
when you get a real captain, it's kind of hard to relinquish that you know that power. You know what I'm saying? So it's to me, it's been kind of like a struggle. You know,
It's a power struggle in the house.
at first it was. At first it was. Because like I
Okay.
said, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. If that's the case, when do you let her lead?
When do I let her lead? I would say, and now this has like been some recent soul searching that I have been going through. Like, I'm not gonna say I let her lead, but I will follow her direction. Like when she has a strength in the area that I'm weak in. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like
you're letting her lead.
on certain points, and well, at certain points.
Like I would say, the best leaders know when to let someone else lead.
Right, right, and like I said, like by me
So you,
soul searching and knowing my weaknesses, I have no problem letting her
you're
guide me.
avoiding
I'm gonna
you're
say guide
avoiding
me.
you're avoiding the terminology of the word, which like lets me know that you may have like a control issue, right?
Me?
Like yeah, 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 yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm
Hold
gonna
on, because
control myself. I ain't gonna say. Well, I'm gonna control myself or any situation that I am involved in. I can
that's
say that.
that's a control issue, right? Like if you feel the need to be like if I'm telling you like, hey, like you got to know when to follow and let her be the leader, right? And you still
Mhm.
like you have like you
Come
kind
on,
of
man.
dodge
This is us, bro. Come on. Don't hold no punch.
you dodge the word, right? Like you dodge the idea of it, right? So if being a leader, you gotta, yeah, you know what? Hey, you lead the way then. You lead the way, like, and you gotta let it happen, bro. Like you have to let it happen, and you have to let people. You let obviously you trust her enough to close your eyes and go to sleep next to her, right? So
You
you
go to
trust
sleep
her.
first. I let her go to sleep first.
Ah, but in a sense, like you trust her enough, you trust her that much that, bro, just hand over the power. You gotta hand it over.
Man,
Not, I'm not saying all the time. I'm not
all
saying
right.
all the time. I'm saying where you're comfortable with just the words of it.
Cause I
You
was gonna
comfortable
say,
with
bro, these nuts don't come off now. These don't.
no, no, no,
I ain't
no,
catch these bad boys on sale now.
no, no, no. Like we again, like to where you're not dodging just the word, right? Like, hey, yes, take the lead, and you let her. You gotta fully allow her to take the lead. Yeah,
But you
you
could be
can.
right though. You could be right in what you saying. But I ain't never had no problem with following someone that's leading me somewhere that I feel like is positive and beneficial. You know.
Well, I don't think she's gonna lead you into a negative and a negative situation where you not gonna come out the other side unscathed or even better than when you went in.
I mean, I would hope not. I
Yeah,
would
of
hope not.
course. So again, like there's no point in dodging the idea of it. Like you
Mhm.
dodging the idea of when I'm telling you, like, oh yeah, like you let her take the lead, and she like, no, 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 man, no, no. Like, bro, like,
But like in certain situations, you'll let a person lead when you feel like like they gonna drive us off a cliff, but
oh no, no,
just to show them that they incapable of leading us where they think that we should be. For the sake of it, I'm gonna let them lead so they can see that they just leading us off a cliff. But
yeah,
like
but that's the
now, like
thing.
go ahead,
It's one, it's someone you trust
right?
explicitly, right?
Hmm.
You gotta let them lead, bro. You gotta let them lead when you're not strong, and that you do. You, like say, look, I'm not strong in this area. You take my hand, and I'm gonna follow you, or I'm gonna let you lead the way, right?
Right.
But for me to say you let her take the lead, you kind of like man, like it makes you uncomfortable for me to even say these things. So like once you're strong enough to like understand that I'm just saying something like as an observer
Mm.
and not as a toxic, it doesn't come from a toxic place. Not like, oh man, yeah, you can't lead your girl. Like, nah, nah.
So you've been in a position where you didn't relinquish power
Yeah, a lot
in a
before.
relationship. I mean,
And yeah, of course, a lot. And now um with my new friend, um yeah, no, that's the reason it works because like there's sometimes I just I step back, I step down, and she leads the way.
you ain't avoiding no terminology, is
No, 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 no,
you?
no, no. But then again, there's times where she's like, you know what? I just want to sit here, and you take control.
So your new friend is like, is there an age difference?
Not a large age difference. It's 6 years.
And whose favor?
I'm older.
Oh shit!
Yeah, yeah. But
Like
it's like, huh?
who has the most uh relationship experience? Let me ask you that.
I I don't know. I don't know. Like I
She
think we're
been
pretty
married
even.
before?
Has she been married? No, she hasn't been married.
Well, shit, you might have more relationship experience than.
Different levels of it. Like she's I mean, I think we're pretty evenly yoked. Like she's been with one guy for like a long time. Like her child's dad, like for a long time. Like it's just on and off with that person. So
Yeah.
I mean,
So
if
she
if
a parent and she never been married, but you been married, but you're not a parent.
yes, yes.
Okay.
And then even then, like to spend so much time with one person, like whether it's on and off or just on consistently, like that's still I think that's still in her favor to work out a relationship for so long when I wouldn't even give it that long. I'd be like, yeah, this ain't working. I'm out.
Yeah. Like, ooh. Yeah, man. Them long term relationships, boy.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oof. They
Yeah,
can't be comparable to a fucking a marriage, or you know what I'm saying, long term commitment. That's you got to be a special person to you know what I'm saying, to be married or be in a long term relationship, man.
yeah, especially for that long. Like it's that relationship is probably longer than all the relationships I've ever been in combined. Like real talk.
So what like how long? How long we talking here?
Almost a decade and a half.
God damn.
Yeah, almost 15 years, I think she said.
And that's on and off?
Yeah, yeah,
Jesus.
yeah,
But
yeah.
now it's safe to say that it's in the off phase right now, right?
Man, I,
Hard
that's
to
the
say.
thing. Like what she's telling me, she's like, yo, it's off for good.
Mm,
And this is before we like started getting really close. Like she's like, no, this is off for good. Like I'm good.
yeah.
Not to say that she won't like not to say that I'm immune to, like to the to what could happen, right? Not I'm not immune to what could happen,
Right.
but she's she's in that space where she's like, if it ain't you, it's gonna be somebody else, and it's gonna work.
Damn.
So I'm like,
So
all
she
right,
that determined, huh?
yeah, but I mean, it takes two, bro. Like it really does take two, and
It's a
I'm
fact.
mm, I'm gonna say I'm that determined as well.
But she didn't out her mouth say it's gonna be either you or if it ain't you, it's gonna be somebody else. She didn't say that out her mouth, did she?
Um, in so many words, like it didn't come out like that, but you know, like you start to read in between the lines.
Mm.
I mean,
And
because
man,
that's not something that you like outfully like, hey man, look, in the beginning. I mean, people have like there's a certain etiquette to that.
it ain't make you feel no type of way though, did it?
No, 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 because like either way, I already like who she is, and I'm secure with myself. So that's a dangerous combination. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're secure with yourself, like
Motherfucker can't tell you nothing.
straight up, straight up and down. And I told her I was like, look, I'm the person who will travel by himself, eat at a restaurant by himself, go to a movie by myself. Like I'm really comfortable with who I am,
Mm-hmm.
and from what I see it with her, like she's just as comfortable, like just as comfortable.
Mm-hmm. And you
So
like
again, deadly combination of two people who are very, very secure with themselves.
right.
You know,
Yeah, man. That's like in this day and time, bro, like man, that's hard
it's
to
it,
come by.
and I told her I was like this is so rare. Like this is you know it's so rare that you have to hold on to it because you dog you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that damn near anywhere.
Nah, man. It's hard to come by, man.
I I know. I know, and I'm like, look, hey, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good right here.
But shit, that's man, bro. That's good that you can be in a space, you know what I'm saying, like where you are in your life right now. And it's even better to find somebody that's on the same thing that you on. You know what I'm
In a rare space, like you're in a rare space, and then someone meets you in that rare space.
saying? It's
And
like bumping into a unicorn. As a
I, t-
unicorn.
I, I'm like, oh my god, someone exists. Someone who's just like me exists, right? Like,
So
yeah, I
where
told
did
her that.
you at what point did you realize that, shit, she might be on the same shit I'm on?
Like, man, I man, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Day one, day one,
You
day
bullshit.
one. I, bro, I swear to you, and I know this. I'm not saying this for entertainment value because like I want people to view. No, man, like bro, we sat down, we started talking, and the vibe was like it was electric. Mind you, there's two people in a room
He said it's
talking.
electric.
It's like two people in a room talking to each other, right? And like the vibe is electric because it's like we just sat there talking, just talking and talking and talking and talking, talking.
hmm
And like she finally jumps up, she's like, I just snaps out of it. Boom. She's like, oh my God, you're attractive. And I was like, I noticed that when I walked in. Like, I mean, there's not like there like there's come on, I knew this like the minute I walked in the room, I was like, oh shit, all right.
This nigga on his 90s R&B singer tip.
Hey, I'm gonna do the but nah, like it was dog, it was that like the vibe was like it was that awesome, bro. Like I mean we talked about this on a few shows in the past, but nah, yeah, like just crazy, crazy, crazy vibe and like even though every now and again we get thrown off the path of that vibe, like it just immediately corrects itself and boom, vibes back again. Like it's weird because it's so natural. Like it's not, oh man, I need to impress this girl or I need to like really get her to like me or it's like, hey, I'm gonna show up as I am. If you like it, then you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Right, right.
But yeah, man, when is the I'm gonna ask you because I know she's watching, so 99% of the I'm gonna give it a 99.9%. She's gonna be my date for this wedding. So you gotta like I want to say when's the date? Because
You will
because
be getting all the information, my brother.
okay, we're getting this soon because plane tickets need to be purchased.
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure, for
Okay,
sure.
okay, okay, okay. Because we're going into or you said beginning of next year.
Yep,
All
yep.
right, that means we got
Like
time
the,
to.
the the tippy top of the year.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, because I gotta get a ticket, bro. So I mean, when we get off the air, then shoot me the information because I gotta buy tickets.
I got you.
All right, all right.
She she ever been down south?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of.
Okay, okay. All right.
So I definitely got to show her the Waffle House, but in the daytime though.
Hey man, it can go down at Waffle House at any time of the day.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know, I know, I know,
But
I know. Um,
yeah, man, we look forward to y'all being here, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. Like I love and appreciate the invite. How about that?
For sure,
First,
bro.
first and foremost,
For sure.
but yeah, I'm gonna have to probably give her the date. Like, hey, we need to attend a wedding.
So I mean, you're gonna have to be on your best behavior then.
I
In
don't
the
I don't necessarily
meantime, in between time is what I mean.
I don't I don't necessarily think that I don't think that applies, right? Like,
What?
I mean, yes, I'm on good behavior, but I'm on good behavior because mm, I know what I stand to lose. How about
Look at him.
that?
Put that cape on. He put that cape on.
No,
Ain't
no, no, no,
nothing
no.
wrong with it, my brother. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I swear it
But
ain't.
no, I know what I stand. Like again, you meet you're in a rare space and you meet someone in that same rare space. Like I'm good. I'm good because I know that the person keeps me in that space and wants me to branch out from the space, like from my comfortable place in that space.
Yeah, I feel you, G.
So, bruh, it's man, it's totally different this time. It's different. It's just different.
Boy, got a glow. You got a glow on him.
Oh man, that's why I turn this green light on because I don't.
You trying to fight that glow? Don't fight the glow, boy.
Yeah, man, green light. Just you know what? I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it to a blue light today. How about that? Let's change it.
Hey
Bam.
man, you use that goddamn what the thing was that the board. You use the board.
Yeah, man. I just haven't been in my studio since. So like we started later than what we were supposed to, and only because I was getting home. So I'm gonna
I
turn this
feel.
back to green because can't see anything. Can't see anything.
But yeah,
But
man, that's a beautiful thing though, my brother. Cause
yeah,
man,
man, what's been up with you, bro? Like you've been out the loop for a minute.
like I said, man, been mentally like trying to
Just
get my mind right, transitioning and just trying to get it right, bro.
just growing. You've been doing some growing
Oh,
without us.
absolutely, absolutely. But I mean, y'all always in my mind. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never, you know what I'm saying? I'm always a phone call away, but I had to,
Oh yeah, definitely,
you know.
definitely. I mean, because we talk like we talk shit throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm
it's about random stuff. So
And then with the time difference, I'm 2 hours ahead of y'all, so
yeah, yeah,
that's a struggle sometimes too, man.
yeah,
But shit, we gonna get this shit together, bro.
yeah. Nah, I was gonna say, I ain't got one of those. I done slipped up phone calls. So I'm like, man, this dude is yo. I see what you on, bro. I see what you on, and I'm proud of you for that.
Cause man, when I was going through that little phase where I was, whoo, child, bro,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
And I mean, that's the thing. It's like you're growing without us. Like you don't bring it to the show. So so that means you're definitely growing.
Oh man, absolutely, man. I'm trying to work towards it. Let me say that.
It brother, you always gonna have to work for that. You're always gonna have to work for that. And that's the like mm, my potential love interest and I, right?
And he just flipped to something else.
Potential
He went
meaning
from he went from
my
new friend to potential love interest. Come on, man.
man, it's yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not exclusive yet. It's not exclusive yet, but it's definitely something that we're working towards, right? Like together, which is like I can't even tell you. Like it's yeah, it's like it's different. It's like like I can't. But anyway, we're talking about something, right? Like we're talking about something that upset me,
uh-huh.
and like I I took a step back from myself and was like, why are you upset about this, bro? Like nothing happened. And I told her like, hey, like, hey, I was upset about this, and I'm not upset about it anymore. She's like, no, 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 let's take some steps back. Why were you upset? Like, why did this make you upset? Like, how, not so much how can I change it, but like if you're, like I see why you're not upset. She's like, I see why you're not upset because I explained that pretty well.
Mhm.
And what is it? Yeah, I explained that part really well, but I just didn't explain why it upset me in the first place.
Mhm.
So she's like, "Hey, let's go back. Let's rewind. Let's break this down from the beginning. Like yes, there's a win. Let's see why we won." And then as I'm telling her the story of like how this upset me, she's like, I'm listening to myself. I'm listening to myself tell this story, and I'm like, "Fuck, man! Like this shit is funny. Like it's funny now. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because I'm not at that level anymore. It's funny, and I'm telling her the story, and I'm like, as I'm telling her, she's laughing, and I'm like, yeah, this shit is funny, man. Like this shit is funny. And what is it? Yeah, I'm like, this shit is funny. And she's laughing and giggling, and I'm like, ha ha, we kikiing, you know what I'm saying? We kikiing, and the shit is funny. But like she listened without bias, bro. Like she listened without being upset and being defensive,
Mm.
which is like, man, nobody's doing that shit these days. Nobody. And I told her like, and I will say it again on this show. Like I'm thankful that she listens that way, and I appreciate that she listens that way. Like you have to listen to the entire story first, and you know what I'm saying, in order to be upset.
Mhm.
Because if you're upset right off the rip, like somebody could be telling you a joke and you'd be like, you're not even hear it. And they're trying to like lighten up the situation, like, hey bro, it's not that serious. I'm gonna tell you, like to me, it's not like, yeah, I'm bringing it up, but then it's not so serious that I'm gonna tell you a joke about it. And
Mhm.
that's the part that we miss is the fact that like people are gonna like, I always say this, people always telling themselves. It don't matter like who you are, what situation it is, somebody's gonna tell on themselves.
Mm.
Everybody's gonna tell. It's just up to you to catch that one thing that like let you know that this person is telling on themselves.
Mhm. And
And
like most times, like when you first meet somebody and you introduce yourself and they introduce themselves,
mhm,
in my experience, like you gonna find out everything you need to know within the first two or three conversations.
yeah, you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn a lot. Um, is that person necessarily gonna tell on themselves? No, they usually hold it, and then
All right, because you gonna
chances.
you meet the representative.
Yeah, 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 you meet the representative before you meet the president.
Absolutely.
You'll meet the representative first, right? And you know what? That's why it works so well with the person I'm seeing is because like there's no representative. We went straight CEO to CEO, bro. Like we're
Mm.
gonna have this conversation. We're gonna have this conversation day one.
Hmm.
And yeah, like to understand that this person isn't bringing a representative to the table is like okay. Like it makes me step step my transparency up.
But shit, you always seem like you was Mr. Transparent though.
Yes, yes, I tried it. I tried it before and it didn't work because people would listen with a bias, with
Mm.
their own personal biased agenda,
Hmm.
as opposed to now you have someone who's listening to you just, hey, I'm gonna let you get all of it out, and then I'll make my opinion because the context is now there,
Right.
as opposed to someone who's like, oh, you know what, I'm biased. The minute you start telling me this, you're not gonna listen to the whole story because you've already like You already put your wall up to the rest of the story, to the
Mm-hmm.
context of the story.
Mm-hmm. But you know, most people at some point in life they can't see past their own nose. You know what I'm saying? Like their opinion is what is supposed to be first and supposed to be heard.
Yeah,
But like you said, like shit, both of y'all at the same point at the same time, bro. That's
and
God.
and sh- and she's still challenging me, bro. Like I'm still being challenged in an amazing way, bro. Like, in an amazing way. Like we had that conversation about what upset me, and I told her like, like please forgive me. Like this is a piece of art that I'm staring at up close,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you stare at it. Like I was like, just imagine you walk into a room and you see this big, huge picture on the wall, but you ignore that, and you want to walk right up on the picture and see like this little bitty square of this, this picture. Just what you can see,
Right,
right?
right.
And she's challenging me to like just take a step back,
Mm-hmm.
look at more of this picture. Like you can't. It's like those QR codes, right? Like say there's a big, huge QR code like this, right? Like, but you walk up and you take this little picture, you take this much of the QR code, like it's gonna be like we can't read that. Like, we can't read that. And that's what I'm doing is like I have to take a step back and get the entire QR code.
Right.
Or just like see the picture for what it's supposed to be and not what you want it to be. Because
Mm-hmm.
the picture ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna turn into anything else. It's not gonna turn into whatever you want it to be. You can see it
Right.
for what it is and make your interpretation, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to get the context of the picture.
And then you know that sometimes it'd be hard for people to accept that they point of view ain't always the one that's gonna be the rightest or you know what I'm saying, or the most acceptable.
Mhm,
But you
mhm.
know, just to have somebody that's gonna hear you out, bro, my God, boy, that's whew, pretty
I'm
deep.
saying, I'm saying,
But you know, like we didn't been in these situations. Like it's, I feel like it's easier for a man to see a woman's point of view than it is for a woman to see a man's point of view. The way, like I said, in my opinion.
okay, okay, and that's the part, right? Is that she's like, hey, tell me your side of the story
Mm.
without a bias. It's like some people don't want to hear the other side of the story. It's like, okay, hold on, I know where you're at now. Like I know that you it's like I know that you feel okay now and you feel okay about it, but what's your point of view? And I was like, real time me thought this, right? I had to take a step back from real time me and go back like I had to look at it, like originally looking at it from here, right?
Right.
So at some point, like I took myself out of that equation w- and looked at from side to side this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what makes it where I went wrong was that, and like I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat it. I went wrong because I wasn't giving 100% of myself to this.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to take a step back and give everything what I've been missing.
Mm-hmm. So not to get in your business. I mean, you could if you feel like sharing, you can. But if you don't, what first of all, what's in that receptacle right
A little bit of this and some of that. You know what I'm saying? Just
there? So let me ask you, comparing if there is a comparison, like this situation to your last situation, like what's the major difference? Do you
Um,
think you changed? Do you think like the your expectations change? Like what do you think is the major difference now?
mm, mm, um, patience level has changed. The willingness to step back and change perspective, right? Like you change your mindset. You change your mind. If your mindset is on changing your mindset, then
Mm.
obviously other things change, right? So,
Right.
um, and I've always said it like I have a particular client who doesn't look at who can't see things from a different perspective, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
they just they just their minds won't let them change the way that they look at things. They're very like cut and dry. Like that's it. Like I only see the world this way,
Right.
and I tell them constantly, like tell this person constantly, like, hey, you know, if you change your perspective, you change your outcome. And yeah, I've started to change I've changed my perspective, so the outcome is like it's naturally different,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like if you change, like, hey, like I've been looking at it this way, and I told my uh told my person, right? Like, I saw it this way, and I took a step back, seeing it from a different perspective, and it changed something that's been so ingrained in me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason I was upset was in real time, I was upset because what's the word I'm looking for? In real time, I was upset because I wasn't giving my all to the situation, right?
You talking about your
Long
previous situation, right?
No, 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 no. This situation or this particular incident.
Mm-hmm.
I was upset, and after retrospect, like I understood, like, dude, you weren't giving your all to that situation. You were giving half of your situation here, and then half of the situation to every to everybody around you. And if you had just focused on what was going on in your freaking face, like you would have understood that something very beautiful was happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm. So you couldn't see the forest for the trees at first.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know, I really didn't know what that shit meant until, like I said, man, when you get by yourself, bro, that's when you really learn who you really are. Like, you can have loved ones around you, people that you talk to on a regular basis, but if you don't have an understanding with yourself about yourself, you're never gonna get it.
It's
But
like it's like you go to okay, perfect for instance, right? Like, have you ever been to the White House?
no.
Okay, okay. Um, when you go to if you ever go to the White House to go like look at it from the outside, right? Like there's a gate, and then there's a barrier, and then there's like maybe a fence. Like there's a bunch of stuff in stopping you from getting into the White House,
Mm-hmm.
right? You never see any of that stuff. You just see the house that's behind it,
Right, right, right. In
right?
pictures and shit and videos.
Exactly, exactly. So in that situation, I saw all of the barricades, and I didn't appreciate seeing the actual house itself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you see all the shit up close, and like you're paying attention to it. Like, oh man, why? And you're complaining about all the shit that, excuse me, you complain about all the things that are in front of the house when everyone else came to look at the house, and they're like, oh man, like, and so in that sense, like I'm looking at all I'm giving all my attention to the barricades,
Right.
and
The distractions, the details.
exactly, exactly. and I wasn't paying attention to the house when in actuality, like everyone else is watching the barricades and thinking that they're watching the house.
I gotta make it to see the White House, man.
That was a good yet bad analogy because I seen the White House, bro, and I put it this way: I stood there, and it was another black couple in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I whispered over to my ex-wife at the time, or now ex-wife, like I was like, man, I thought the White House was gonna be more live than this. Thinking like, okay, this gonna be a huge crib, like this gonna be like some mansion type stuff. But it's not even that big.
Did you actually make it in?
Oh no, man, they're not gonna let me in there. They're not
they
letting me in
they give tours, don't it?
there. Barely, barely,
He said barely.
barely. Like, you got to know somebody. You got to know somebody and get on a list, like a waiting list.
What? I thought it was open to the public type shit.
No, no,
You BSing me, bro.
bro. You know how much you okay? Put it like this. You know how much security they make you to go through to get on an airplane. Just
Yeah.
imagine it's 10,000 people outside of the White House trying to get in to get that daily tour.
Oh no, I
And
don't want to see it that bad.
the Secret Service lives there. The president lives there. Come on, bro. Like
Oh, so they
anything.
actually live on the premises? Well, I mean, of course, if you gotta be,
You
if you
guarding
got
the president. Like
right,
you
right,
come
right.
on. And when he's there, come on, stop it. Like, okay, put it like this. There's a wherever the president is, there's a 25 to 30 no fly zone. No fly zone around him at all times. All times.
Hmm. Dang.
So you can't if you can't fly a plane near him, they're not letting people on the ground get remotely close. Remotely close. Like stop it.
Hmm.
And the minute you come into that 25-mile like no fly zone, this dude, you could graze the side of it. You're gonna have these F-16s right on you.
On that ass.
They fly 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day around the president.
Mm.
So if you look like, all right, hey, I might violate this 25-mile no fly zone, bro, I'm telling you, they circle all day like buzzards. And then like say because they know how much gas it takes for them to like get, from the sky to the ground and vice versa. So like, or the minute one plane's like, hey, I need to go down, they're sending another one. They're sending two more up, and they fly information around, and then one breaks off and he goes to get gas, and he goes like touchdown, and then the other one breaks off, goes with him. Now you got two circling.
Boy, they got to be a dope job. Stressful, but dope.
I mean, yeah, yeah, and they listen to air traffic control, like they know what's in the sky before you can even get there. So they say, oh yeah, blah 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 is heading this heading. They're here. They've been doing it for like 2 minutes, bro. They're on you. They're on you. Man, flies on cow patties is not even close. Not even touching how fast they be on you.
And they just go to show you, bro. I don't know how we got here, but we here now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bro, with all this other stuff going on, man, it's like, man, you gotta appreciate people in your life, the responsibilities that we do have, and not the extra stress that come with other stuff that we
that could be
don't know
happening.
about. Right? Exactly. Exactly. Because it's a man, bro. Whew, if we only knew what could be, shit, man. Look, we'll
Well, not
probably
even
be
that.
stressed.
What actually is, right? Like there's a lot of stuff that they hide, that's being, excuse me, I shouldn't say that they hide. A lot of stuff that's being hidden in plain sight, bro. And
Hmm.
I tried to tell them last week, there's a concept called the Hegelian dialectic, right?
Hmm.
So what happens is there's like something huge that goes on in the news or huge that goes on in like in the media
Hmm.
to where they're distracting you from what something that's really happening, right? And everyone's like got their eyes on Diddy, but it's like I'll say that everyone's got their eyes on Diddy, but like there's something happening in the background that we are not seeing.
Hmm. Do
And
you
I mean,
believe that type shit though? Like it's
bro, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Like when when Ukraine was getting ready to, I mean, well, yeah, when Russia was parking shit at the border, getting ready to invade Ukraine, and they're
mm,
just like, we're gonna move in, we're gonna move close. Like there was something that was happening in the news that everybody's like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like no, 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 no. You're paying attention to the wrong stuff. What's going on over here?
mm,
So I mean, again, like okay, I put it to like this. Like I there's a news source. Like there's a few news sources I just like pay attention to and I watch and I like tune in to their like newscasts, whatever.
mm.
Um, like when everyone's going like, oh, like let's put P Diddy in the news, or put Diddy in the news. Like there was a meeting with the WHO, like WHO, like World Health Organization, to where
Yeah, yeah. But look, but that's Negro news though. Who you think other cultures give a damn about Sean Diddy Combs like we do?
no, no, no. But again, he's so like intertwined in the fabric of daily life. Like it's kind of like if something happened to Snoop, like people of all nationalities is going, because Snoop is the icon. Like he's no, he's international. Like
Right.
if Snoop, I know if something happened to Snoop, like people in Mexico are gonna cry like our generation pretty much is gonna be like, oh my god, like what happened to Snoop? Like dog, like it's gonna be like large scale, like almost to the scale of like Michael Jackson,
Bro,
almost to that scale. It's almost to that scale.
you
Like,
should have said Prince, but I'll accept it.
yeah, but okay, do you think people in I don't know, people, you think people in Mexico know who Prince is? You think people in
A-
like Saudi Arabia know
Absolutely,
who Prince is?
absolutely, because he's a
I
rock
guarantee
star.
you, I guarantee you more people know who Snoop Dogg is. I
Then
guarantee
Prince.
that.
Oh man, I don't know, bro. I gotta disagree
Okay,
with you there, bro.
I'll put it to you like this. I was on I was on a boat.
Hmm.
I happened to be on this boat in the middle, the absolute middle of Mexico. So it's Mexico City, and there's this place called Xochimilco. Xochimilco is like basically like it's like the Venice Canal of like Mexico City,
Hmm.
right? It's not a city or anything like that. It's just a place where everyone goes. They have fun. You sit on these boats, you hang out, you party, you drink, you play music, right? So I sat on this boat, right? And the kid who was like paddling the boat or moving the boat for us was like, hey, like I was trying to like play music, but it was like so low, and he's like, hey, he's like, hey, do you know who Snoop Dogg is? I'm like, what? Like, what? What are you talking about, bro? Like, of course I know who Snoop Dogg is. He's like, hey man, can you play some Snoop? I'm like, you kidding me, right? He's like, no, no, no. Like, dude, like stone face, like, come on, man, play some Snoop. Like, I know you got it. Like, I'm like, I have everything that Snoop has ever made, except for like the Snoop Lion stuff, right?
Mm.
Bro, he was just like ecstatic that I was just playing Snoop Dogg. And I let it rock on Snoop Dogg the entire trip. So mind you, we're like 2 hours just listening to Snoop Dogg.
And this in Mexico, right?
Yeah, bro, in the absolute I'm in Mexico City. If you look at Mexico City, it's the capital of Mexico because it's like dead in the middle of the country.
Man, it's down the street from Cali, bro.
You smoking. You smoking, bro. You gotta slow down on that one.
I can't believe, man. No, brother. You talking about Prince now? He's a rock star, man. Not a rap star, a rock star.
Yes. 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 I'm being so honest with you right now.
You know how to take a poll on that one, man.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we'll ask the viewers, you know, if y'all
You
know
gonna have to,
anybody in
you
other
gonna have to take
countries
this one
or
in social media.
all right, hold on. Let me see if I can update our caption here. I don't even know how to do it. Shoot, cancel. You know what? I don't even. I wish I did know how to do this. You know what? Oh, banners here. Let me see. Hmm. Show. Okay, no, that's not it. How do we add one to this? Banners. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here. Hold on. Who is more famous? Prince
Prince
or
Rogers Nelson. Don't you gotta
Snoop?
put some respect on my boy name now.
Hey, now we gonna say Prince, the artist known, the artist known. You know, we're just gonna say Prince or Snoop, and that we leave it at that, right? Because if people know who Prince is,
Uh-huh.
they'll be like, all right, they're gonna vote for Prince, and if people know who Snoop is, they're gonna obviously vote for Snoop,
Hmm.
and if not, they're gonna be like, well, who's Prince? What Prince are you talking about?
But we know who had the most impact on the you know what I'm saying, on the music industry now.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Like I'm not gonna. What is it? I'm not gonna deny Prince his accolades. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh man, Prince wasn't this famous. Like no, no, it's a whole different level. Like Prince is famous. Yeah, Prince is famous. Like bro, like I've been to. Let me see. I went to Cuba, and I think they played Prince there. They played Prince in Cuba. And did not play Snoop Dogg. Well, you know what? I can't remember. I can't remember them playing Snoop Dogg. I can't. I vaguely remember Prince. Maybe I'm losing it, but I know Snoop Dogg. I know I never heard Snoop Dogg.
Hmm. So what they tell you?
Mm, mm. No, because again, I went to Mexico and like I never heard Prince, but I heard Snoop Dogg. I heard Snoop Dogg on multiple occasions,
Mm.
and I'm talking like deep deep into Mexico.
You better put some respect on my boy name though, man. Come on now.
I'm going by what I see. I'm going strictly by what I see.
Uh-huh. What they call him, biased eyes.
What?
Biased eyes, man.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cause
Hey, I
you
mean, either way, it don't. To me, it don't. it don't make any difference, right? Because I mean, they're both men, and at the end of the day, we both men. So like,
I like them both, man. But I'm just
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like when I was younger, I used to idolize, right? I used to idolize Snoop Dogg. I used to idolize Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, uh, fucking Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? I used to idolize. Now I'm like, you guys are just like me. You just had a discovered talent,
right.
and that's it. Like, so I'm not gonna sit here idolizing someone who's just like me.
Hmm. Right. They just got a little bit more
You just got
notoriety.
notoriety.
Right, right. And money. But they still got a boss though.
Um, at that point, now you figure out you're your own boss.
Shit. Somebody gotta pay you now. Somebody gotta cut the check now.
Doesn't mean that they're the boss of you. It means that they're cutting the checks.
I mean, you gotta go through them to get something.
Okay. What about okay? I'll ask this because I'm self-employed.
Okay.
What if you have a bunch of different bosses? Like if that's the case, because I have
Oh yeah,
clients
that's
who come in
possible. That's possible. That's definitely possible.
to have a bunch of bosses.
Yeah. Cause you might have a what you call it, a supervisor, you might have a manager, you might have an assistant manager, you know what I'm saying? That you might
But
be on.
that's the thing. No, because I run the show, right? I can deny, turn down work. I can accept work if I want to.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it just the clients cut the checks. So therefore, they're the bosses. And
Right.
then if that's the case, then I have a bunch of bosses every day. Like my bosses change by the hour,
You ain't gonna
right?
you ever met a dollar you didn't like?
Yes.
Oh shit. You must have been some
Yeah.
little bitty dirty dollars.
Still, it doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So like, why chase it?
Nah, I ain't saying chase it, but if it's put in front of you and you might have to do some minimal work, you gonna sacrifice something, right?
Uh,
We all did something that we didn't feel comfortable with doing or feel comfortable explaining to somebody that what we did for some money. I'm pretty sure we all have. Well, I can speak for myself. Have I?
yeah, of course. Like, like when you're growing up, there's something that you may or may not do for a dollar, and you're like, I know this is wrong, or I know this feels wrong. Like, like I'm not saying that I did this, but it's like if you selling drugs, you know you're not supposed to be doing that.
Mm,
You know you're not supposed to be doing that. You know you're not, and it don't feel good either. It don't feel good
man.
because it's quick money,
Yeah, but yeah.
and
But
money, quick money comes in quick and it go quick.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, like you're like, man, I don't feel good doing that. I don't want to do it.
Mm.
So yeah, we all done. Again, I'm not saying like I done this, but I think of it like that. Like, I think of it like if what's the worst thing you can what's the worst way you can make money, right? Like which is okay, I'm gonna sell shit I'm gonna sell things that I know I shouldn't be selling.
Man, but who is to say that I shouldn't be selling this, man? Like you don't think like that. Like when you gotta sacrifice your morals, values, and principles for money. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't think about the repercussions in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course you. That's why you're doing it because you didn't. You're not looking at the repercussions. You're not looking at anything other than I need to make the money to feed who I need to feed.
Right. Or myself, or you know what I'm saying? Keep these lights on. You know?
Exactly, exactly. So it's like in real time, you never see it.
How the
But
hell
if
get on this topic, man?
I, I don't even know. I mean, it circles back to like what we were saying earlier. Like in real time, you don't see these things, but when you revisit and you change the way that you look at them. Of course, like everything changes, and you're like, oh my god, yes, okay, this resonates. This doesn't resonate. I could have did this. We could have handled X, Y, Z differently. Like all of the things, right?
Right.
But you have to take that step back first.
And you know, like just how we talking now, bro, is like conversations that could be had that man, you can learn a whole fucking lot, bro, just by talking about A, B, and
Just,
C to X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying?
just by slowing the conversation down, just by slowing the entire conversation, like slow it down, and then you know because what happens is again we're so trained. We train ourselves to get to the end
Hmm.
when we miss the entire middle of everything.
Right. But you know this, I always say conversation is a lost art. So, you know, everybody don't know how to converse or how to take in a conversation or
Mhm,
how to start or finish a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Because
And
people don't have social skills nowadays.
and not to mention like just getting to the uncomfortable part, right? Where it's like, all right, I know this is uncomfortable. I know this doesn't feel good, but like let's go at it.
Hmm. And a lot of people don't know how to converse or just have a debate or a simple conversation without it being combative, man.
Yeah, because everybody's trying to get to the end.
Hmm.
Like if
Everybody want to get their point across.
you coming to the end and you ain't even like you can't build something on the last step. You can't look at it and build it and be like, oh, we're gonna just start on the last step. Like, no, you're supposed to start on step one. You need to take it to two and three, four, five, and six, so on and so forth, as opposed to just, you know what? Forget all that. We straight to the end. Okay, this is what it's supposed to look like, and then try to build it. No, no, that'll never work.
And I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Like I didn't come to the point in life where I don't give a damn if you agree with my opinion or if you don't, man. My opinion is going with me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
Like I'm gonna listen to you and what you gotta say. I'm gonna respect your opinion, and I just hope that you do the same for me.
Oh yeah. Excuse me. Oh shit, man, I'm on camera. Yeah, uh, yeah, you gotta like. I mean, of course, I'm gonna respect your opinion because I'm gonna sit there and listen to it. Like,
Mm.
if I didn't respect your opinion, I'd be like, I'm not here to listen to this. Like, why am I gonna sit around and listen? Why am I gonna sit around and listen to something
Interested in,
I'm not going to respect?
but see that, I'm sure that came with time and maturity.
A lot of time, a lot of time, a lot of time, just sitting there by myself, or you know, walking through the neighborhood that is my brain in a bad way, right? Because like what is it? The worst neighborhood to hang out in is in between your two ears.
I ain't never heard that one before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The most dangerous place to hang out is inside your own brain.
That's deep right there, bro.
Yeah, it's the most dangerous neighborhood because it like you get so deep in there, and even you can't get your own self out.
Mm.
And you can't just walk out. You gotta, hey man, look, let's take a step back. Let's keep walking backwards the way we came in here until we get out.
That sounds like some Matrix type thinking right there, man.
Right? You
You
gotta,
took
you
me
got,
somewhere with it.
yeah, you gotta get inside you. I mean, if you get inside your own brain, dog, like only you can get yourself out because I don't know what's going on in there. Everyone else may not know. Nobody knows what's going on in there except for you.
Right, right.
And it's up to you to like, you fight that battle every day. Like you current, like yeah, you winning today, but psh, that shit could easily change. You could easily be losing it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Cause,
Thank you.
cause that's a place that nobody can get you out of. Only yourself.
Facts.
Only yourself. And dog, to get yourself back out, like I mean, if you catch yourself, then yeah, you're on the surface and you can like, okay, like I need to backpedal this, get out of there, cut bait, get out. But once you're
Mm-hmm.
like way, way, way in there, oh man, just imagine somebody who overthinks all the time. They're in there. They're deep inside of their own brain,
Mm.
right? Um, think of somebody who just like just imagine like the most like fried person you've ever seen, and I mean fried like just got done burning one, where they like burn all day. But
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be like, you're gonna tell them something deep, and they're like, ah.
But see, that kind of go back to what I was saying. Like, what the fuck was I saying? Uh, what I was saying earlier. Shit, what was I saying? About you not really knowing yourself until you've been by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
figured
you
yourself
get
out.
you get comfortable in your own skin. Like not a lot of people is comfortable in their own skin because they don't push that envelope when they're by themselves because they like, oh man, you know what? I need to be surrounded by my friends. I need to be surrounded by my family. I need to feel the. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, we need to feel love, but you need to feel the loneliness as well
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people who can't be by themselves, they never felt alone, and they never understood. Like, bro, you're good by yourself. Everything else is a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is a bonus, right? Like, there's no. I mean, like, yeah, you feel like you want someone, or you feel like that person should be there. But at the end of the day, like, are you comfortable with yourself? If you're not
Right.
comfortable with yourself, it's like that. It's like that. Love yourself before you love someone else. Like, be comfortable with yourself before you're comfortable with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the person who is most comfortable with themselves. That's a dangerous person to like to be around or to like to even play with because you got to figure like okay, like they're really comfortable with themselves and they're okay with being alone, right? If you're okay with being alone, ain't shit nobody can tell you that to be like, you know what? No, nobody's gonna tell you something that makes you feel a certain way. Like to where
Right.
you're just like, you know what? Like, oh man, I really need this person or I want to be around this person. Nah, you're around that person because you genuinely like, you know what? I really like this person. I want to spend my time with them. I could spend my time by myself and
Right.
be okay.
That's top tier confidence, man.
Yeah.
That's you know what I'm saying. That's a level of unbotheredness that, man, I feel like everybody should conquer, man.
I mean, yes, we can recommend that, we can say that, but how many people you think is going to take the time to work on that?
Not too many, cause you know why? Cause everybody feel like they need someone. You feel
And that's
like
the
you need
thing, right?
someone.
Like once you understand that you can accomplish a lot by yourself, and you understand that someone else should just be a bonus to that.
Hmm.
Oh, it, it makes it makes it makes a lot of things different, bro. Like it makes so much stuff different that is it's crazy, crazy.
And that's something, man, most people can't even fathom. Like, uh, not
Cause
having
they don't.
certain people in their lives, or you know what I'm saying, not having access to certain people, and these people who don't even fucking know themselves. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got access to your own thoughts or your own feelings. You putting
Mhm.
somebody, man, it get deep, bro. It get deep, bro. And I can only speak on this because, man, when I was in Texas and I was down there for 5 years by myself, bro. Lived by myself, came home, you know what I'm saying, to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I, developed friendships down there, but they came later on down the line, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
So being by yourself, man, come on, man. It's when you ain't got nobody to depend on aside from yourself,
Yeah.
it
And
should make you
they
stronger.
say like they say strength is, you never know how strong you are until strength is all you got, right? And
Hmm.
you find out real quick how strong you are.
Absolutely. When you ain't got
And that's
nobody else to rely on.
mhm, mhm. And that's the thing. Like some people see that as a loss. Like you took that, and I say this because I'm speaking from experience. You took that as a learning lesson. Like, you took the time to learn yourself and learn. Hey, man, like I need to be strong. I need to do this by myself
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, you understood that either you do it or it's never gonna get done.
Right. Facts. Man,
And
look,
yeah,
you got some knowledge up there, don't you, boy?
man, I spent a lot of
Experience, man.
spent a lot of time learning, brother. That's all it is. Like they say, either you learn or I mean, you win or you learn. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
some people see losses as losses, and they get upset and they pout and they storm. Like, nah, I'm like, what what do I need to learn here? Because obviously I need to learn something.
Hmm.
And yeah, bro, like after a while, you understand it as like, okay, there's something that needs to be learned here.
Hmm. It's two things in life that I have learned, man. One is don't put expectations on people, and two, never say what you won't do
Yeah,
until you've been in
yeah,
that situation.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You just don't say what you won't do because it's gonna turn.
Oh,
It's gonna
absolutely.
it's gonna turn. Like if it's something that you really don't feel comfortable doing,
Hmm.
then I'm just gonna say like just say that like I don't feel comfortable doing this. But when
Right.
you say like I won't do this, bro, you're gonna find yourself in the blink of an eye doing exactly what you said you won't do.
Especially if you haven't ever been in this situation.
Yeah,
And you know what? Like with this whole snitching and not snitching shit, you know, man. Like, that's one of the situations where man, look. don't ever say what you will or won't do until you've been in that situation, bro. Like it just
But snitching though, snitching, that's a whole like man.
no, it ain't, brother. No, I'm top, bro. I'm trying to tell you, the average person, if
Okay.
faced with a situation where
Mhm.
it's life or death, one, or we talking about some time in jail. The average person, okay, out of 10 people, how many you think gonna tell to save their lives or escape some kind of punishment? Out of 10 people,
7.
nah, I say nine, bro. I say
Okay.
nine. I'm sorry.
Okay. But that's the thing, right? Is like people look at snitching differently, right?
Hmm.
And some okay, I will say what I will say what I think my definition is because I seen like there was a video and it was
Hmm.
like it was Styles P from the Locks.
Okay,
He was like, yeah,
I fuck with ghosts.
snitching. He was like, snitching is people like it is if you're doing a crime and you tell on other people who are you were doing the crime with,
Right, there's definitely snitching.
as opposed to someone who is a law-abiding citizen telling on someone who wasn't a law-abiding citizen.
But you know where we come from, bro. They're still snitching. Like to the undeveloped mind, they're snitching.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To the undeveloped. Yeah. To the undeveloped brain. That's snitching. That's snitching all day to the undeveloped brain because they look at it as you're not perfect, right? No, we're not perfect. It just at some point we were a law-abiding citizen witnessing you commit a crime or
Hmm.
someone watching the crime being committed. Right. Right. So you can't get mad at law-abiding citizens for being law-abiding citizens.
Facts.
You are supposed to get mad at the person you committed the crime with, or I mean, even if you didn't commit the crime, right? Like, you know what? No, I wouldn't say that. You can't be mad. Yeah, you can only be mad at the person who's committing the crime with you,
Hmm.
or or the people, hmm, the people who are getting out of doing who are using this your story to get out of a crime.
Hmm.
Like, oh, you know what? I wasn't there, but I know who did it, and I'm in jail, or I'm in a situation. I'm jammed up, and hold on, man. So, hold on. You know what? Because I gotta put this. I know we're supposed to like change this stuff a little bit, but I'm gonna put this in the banner real quick while we're here. While we're here.
All right, look, while you working on that banner, let me tell you a quick little story, right quick, right?
Okay.
So I was at my parents' house one evening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they got neighbors that lived like a few houses down on the corner. They had a corner house.
Mm-hmm.
Every Friday and Saturday night, right? These folks would have a little get togethers and they act a fool, you know what I'm saying, playing loud music, not a problem. One particular evening I was over there, these fools went, you know, like I said, get togethers they'd be in the backyard. These fools started just dry shooting guns, right? I called the police, bro. I called the police. My mama got mad. I had to explain to her. I said, "Ma, it's kids in this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Older people.
Okay. You were there though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was here. I didn't feel no way about it. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be doing it.
You felt the way if you called the police.
Yeah, yeah, but I didn't feel for my safety. I felt for the kids in the neighborhood, the all the
But
innocent people in the neighborhood. Like
but
bullets ain't got
you
no name, bro.
You were there. You were there. You were with them.
Mm-hmm.
That qualifies as snitching, bro.
I was with who?
With the people. Didn't you
Oh
say you
no
was
no no
already
no no
over
no
there?
no 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 no. I was at my parents' house. They
And
were
and you just
neighbors.
seen it from far away.
Right. Heard it
Oh yeah, that
and I
no, that's
seen
not
it.
snitching. That's not snitching because you one, you're not using the information to get out of a crime,
Right.
and two, you're a law-abiding citizen
Mm-hmm.
on the side witnessing a crime.
Right. Because I got
No,
siblings,
that's not snitching.
nephews, and you know what I'm saying, people who I love that live on the street too.
Yeah, that's like okay, me and you go rob a bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
If,
I get caught.
if yeah, if you get caught and you telling, like, oh yeah, he was with me,
That's definitely snitching.
yeah, or I go rob a bank, I'm telling you like, hey man, look, I done robbed this bank. You get caught doing something totally different and unrelated, and to get out of it, you like,
I
yo,
tell
hey,
on you.
that's snitching.
That's definitely snitching.
That's snitching. If you
But
like look out, if you inside and you look out the window and you see someone committing a crime and you call the police and even testifying, you're not snitching. You a law-abiding citizen.
mm-hmm. But you got it's some untrained minds out here that
Oh
would
yeah,
say if you in a car accident, you a street person, right?
yeah,
You're in a car accident and you call the police, they say that they're snitching.
yeah. That's not snitching. That's no, no, because that's totally unrelated to the crimes that you've been doing.
But you know, to the untrained mind, again, I hate to keep saying that phrase, but
Again, it's a lot of like,
they look at any interaction with law enforcement as telling or snitching.
yeah, yeah, and I mean the streets. People don't understand the streets is like, mm, I'm not. You know what? I'm not a street dude, so I'm gonna say it. I'm
Neither am
gonna
I.
say it exactly. I'm gonna say it exactly how I see it. Right? The streets, like, if you really, if you, okay, I'm gonna give it to you all the way raw because I'm gonna explain this. I'm gonna explain my way, the way I see this. The streets is a bunch of dick riders, and I'm sorry for the viewers. I'm just gonna put it. I'm gonna use the rawest form of what I know how to say. Like, if you look at it, like the streets is a bunch of dick riders, right? Like when something's hot, like just look at when we were young. Like, right, I'm gonna take it all the way back. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, G Unit is taking over. G Unit, G Unit, G Unit, G Unit." Right? The minute that like calmed down and was like not the hottest thing in the streets, the entire streets was like, we're on to this wave collectively.
Right.
And then even like with the Bloods and Crips thing, right? Like whoever's hottest at the time is like that's whose gang is the most prominent in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say like one gang is stronger than the other because I don't be in the streets like that.
Right, because they both are cancer to black society.
Exactly. I wouldn't say a cancer. They have they've taken on a negative connotation and lived up to the stereotype. Right, when these were supposed to be community activists as opposed to community, uh what's the word I'm looking for, like
Terrorists.
community terrorists. There you go, not terrorists, but community terrorists, right? And have perpetuated, like, have unwillingly, like, not unwillingly, but like have unknowingly perpetuated the stereotype, right? Like, of, oh yeah, 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 these people are gang members. Like, dude, go back to being community activists and watch how that scares people in a different way.
But shit, it's been too much bloodshed and violence perpetuated against each other for us to
Yeah,
ever be able to go back there. We'll have to literally wipe out a whole generation of people, maybe two, because it's been
but
too much.
that's the thing that's going on now, right? It's like you have gangs, and then you have the cartels. Yeah, and then
Mhm.
not only are they vying for power in the streets, but now they're reaching into like politics and all of these things, right? To like to basically it's a domestic invasion. It's an invasion from within
Mm. Hmm.
because they're not. I mean, they're not keeping it to themselves. Like they're now, branching off into, again, like I said, into politics, and you get the cartels who are into like real estate, and like, and I don't mean real estate as in just like houses or apartments. No, they have like full on resorts, like a lot of resorts that you like think about and you like visit down in Mexico, bro. Like everyone knows that's cartel money. They had to
Mhm.
find something. They had to find a legal way to get more.
Like with the mafia, same thing. The Italian mafia, same thing.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. And I don't want to like again. I don't want to tell. I'm not. I hope I'm not telling on anybody or stepping on anybody's toes, because I don't want gang members after me because I don't.
But you're a
I'm
law-abiding
just
citizen though, so it ain't snitching.
yeah. Mm,
But to the
the cartels
untrained
don't
eye,
care, bro. The cartels don't care. They don't care. They don't care. And that's the worst part. Is like the law-abiding citizens are the ones who expose them the most.
hmm,
It's not other politicians. It's not who. No, it's anybody who has a platform to to expose them.
mhm. But what would you gain by exposing them, or you just speaking on their business? Like it's nothing
Bro,
that you
they
can. It's no benefit to you.
it's no benefit to me, but it's a huge blow to them because now they're like, hey man, if he knows it and he sees it and his platform is growing, then more and more people will like listen to it, and the more they again, I'm not at this point. I'm not talking to like I'm not talking to 5 or 6 people in the privacy of my own house. Like I'm talking to hundreds, if not thousands of people across the world.
But you hadn't spoken on. You hadn't said a particular name or nothing like this. So I mean, I don't see why
That,
you
that's
would
the
even
point,
be
bro.
relevant in that type of. You know what I'm saying? That type of situation.
That's the point. Is they will team up. They'll come to like a conclusion, like, hey, like this person is going to take all of us down. We'll get together, temporarily put our beefs aside to in order to take this person all the way out of the equation, so that way we can keep operating the way that we're operating.
Yeah, that sounds like a cancer to me, bro.
It is, it is. But like I said, I mean, and that's why we had to get onto this topic of snitching, right? Like, it's like, is a law like as a law-abiding citizen, are you a snitch? No, you're not a snitch. You're a law-abiding citizen. And if you're using said information or in order to get doing out of a crime that you've done, then that's snitching.
Hmm.
That's because you're telling on somebody with the intent of not staying in jail.
Right.
That to me is a snitch. Someone who's telling on someone to get out of a crime that they committed.
Hmm.
But yeah, man. Um, looks like Bella and Yannick isn't coming in today, so we're gonna have to end this podcast. Once again, I am AJ. I got Yogi with me today. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Probably. Peace.
Peace, y'all.